An 11-year-old Vancouver girl vanishes from her home. Her body would be found 2 days later. Now, 2 decades later, her killer is still out there. And a similar case out of Utah has investigators looking to see if these two cases are connected.
Tonight in A Coin 6 Unsolved, our Chris Holmstrom travels to 2 states to learn there may finally be a break in the case.
1994, huge headlines coming out of the country. O.J. Simpson was on the run.
So scared.
Nancy Kerrigan attacked during practice. And here locally, the murder of Mistie May Micheletti.
Somebody came in that house and they took Misty and they killed her.
It was January 15th, 1994. 11-year-old Mistie May vanishes from her Vancouver apartment. 2 days later, her body found in the Columbia River. Police say she was sexually assaulted. Her killer never caught.
Such a sweet little thing. I might as well have lost one of my own children because that's how close we were.
Yvonne Sluter is Mistie's grandmother, but her role was more like a second mom.
This is one of my favorites. This is Misty getting her school award.
From school awards to playing princess dress-up, Misty was a typical girl.
You know, that little thing loved fairy tales, anything that was sweet and kind. She always wanted to just be a princess and be happy.
It's these memories this family holds on to, but the nightmare of what actually happened lives on. On the night of her disappearance, Misty's mother was working the night shift. Misty was home with her 2 brothers. The next morning, she was gone. Yvonne remembers that morning vividly, waking up to a frantic call from her grandson.
He said, "Grandma, Misty's gone." And I heard somebody talking, and somebody has taken her.
Yvonne recalls him saying he heard somebody in the house that night, but at the time he didn't think anything of it and went back to sleep. Days later, fishermen found her body near the I-205 bridge.
It destroyed my daughter. She just more or less went into a shell, and my grandsons, John and Josh, have nearly gone crazy, and now they just are shut away.
As the investigation went on, the medical examiner found semen on Misty's body. That led to dozens of DNA tests. Kelly Carlson is Misty's aunt.
And they had done them on close friends, family. They'd done background checks on everybody that was close to her, all the family members, any of Shelley's friends, any of the neighbors.
But nothing came up.
Boy, I've asked questions, hundreds of them, and I got very kindly told they couldn't tell me.
23 years later, still nothing. No answers, suspects, or closure.
I keep thinking if I just had kept Misty with me. I'm sorry. Maybe she'd still be alive. I don't know.
But just recently, through the power of social media, the family found a similar case to Misty's, one that could be a break in the case. This one out of Salt Lake City, Utah. The victim, 6-year-old Rosie Tapia.
This corner unit here is where Rosie and her family resided back in '95.
Jason Jensen is a private investigator. He was hired by Rosie's family.
And around the corner here is the room that the children slept in. Right here is the bedroom window at ground level to where Rosie and her siblings were fast asleep.
It was here where Rosie was abducted from her room. Her body found in a nearby canal. Investigators say she was sexually assaulted and then drowned. This case, 22 years old.
Any suspects in Rosie's case at this point?
No, there was a person of interest though from the sister that did a composite drawing for the police in 2010.
The person of interest was someone Rosie's sister did not know, but saw him with Rosie earlier in the night. In 1995, she described him as a white man with a dark complexion, about 30 years old, 5 feet 9 inches, having a thin build.
We're trying to figure out why this guy has some correlation with Rosie's case a few hours earlier, and if we can tie the same individual to Misty's case, then there must be something there.
While Jensen cannot confirm if this man is connected to both killings, he says the similarities of the two cases are eerie. He thinks if someone recognizes the man in this sketch here in the Northwest, it could be a break in the case. It's enough to give this family a little hope.
I still can't hardly face it, even after these years.
And while they'll always miss this little girl, they tell me it's their faith that keeps them strong.
I think she's at peace. I prayed and prayed and prayed that she is at peace, and I feel she is. And to me, that's really important.
Your heart goes out to that family.
You know, these are both open investigations, so police couldn't say much to Chris about them. But if you have any information on Misty or Rosie's cases, you should call the Vancouver Police Tip Line. We have put that information on KOIN.com.